Now that I know my hair's growth rate and retention rate, I can set some clear goals. This was the easiest year of maintaining my natural hair of my life. I noticed some noticeable amount of breakage in my last 4-month period of protective styling. Unlike previous years, I didn't really struggle with feeling like inauthentic because I had braids in. Hey guys, it's Victoria and I'm back with another video, the first video of 2025. In this video, I'm going to share 2024 wins, lessons, and 2025 hair goals. So if you've been following my hair journey, you know that this year has been all about consistency and moisture with my long-term protective style, which are knotless braids. I'll be talking about what worked, what didn't work, and how I'll set achievable and realistic hair goals in 2025. So let's talk about 2024 wins and lessons. Let's start off with wins, and of course we're going to start off with length retention. So guys, I retained about 4 inches this year. This is huge for me because I hadn't clearly measured or seen results as fast as these before this year and also the end of 2023. So I actually didn't set like a specific measured goal because I wasn't sure the growth that my hair was capable of just yet. So I was actually more focused on consistency in my routine with washing and moisturizing, and it clearly paid off. And I know for sure now that my hair grows about 1/2 inch a month or a little less. Another win was my moisturizing routine. So I kept up with a weekly routine of locking in moisture using a liquid, an oil, a leave-in, and a grease, as well as scalp massages with rosemary-based oil that I would make. I did this every Sunday, and this was just my bare minimum. Honestly, this got me through the year, and the results definitely paid off. So I continued to use Ayurveda again and started to experiment with it. I discovered that my hair thrived best with fenugreek, rosemary, and amla. I also learned that cloves and hibiscus, my hair don't like that. My hair does not like that. It felt very strengthening and drying at the same time. So I will not be using those. The next win would be in styling. So obviously knotless braids were like my go-to style. I did them all year and I became really comfortable with the installation process. Okay, so for the first time, I made like a parting chart, which was so helpful. It helped me to really see what I was doing, and I found inspiration online for that. I kind of just curated it best for me. It was just so helpful for me to understand how I was going to tackle parting my braids. All right, so let's talk about maintenance. So I learned how to refresh my braids every 4 months with a developed system of rebraiding sections of my hair periodically. Now, it wasn't a perfect system, as you can see by the videos that I posted throughout the year of how to maintain my braids, but I definitely made significant progress and learned how to prevent locking, because we do not want our hair to lock up, right? And I'll link that video I did here. So the last thing is documenting and tracking progress. So I started using a hair length check t-shirt, which made it way easier to actually start tracking my progress and seeing progress, which was really exciting. I'd always wanted a length check t-shirt, but I had just never gotten around to getting one. And it was cool to finally create my own so that my goals were like less ambiguous and I could actually have clarity and see how progress was being made. So yeah, I did this by marking a t-shirt that I bought specifically for this, and I used a Sharpie and I stretched my hair to its longest length and then marked it with the date. I also, whenever I was doing my hair, I would journal and track my start and end time so I could better manage my time. So let's talk about 2024 areas for improvement and challenges. So let's talk about product choices. So I went ahead, y'all, and experimented with some cheaper products, some cheaper shampoos, conditioners. I did find a leave-in that worked, that was cheaper, but the shampoo and conditioner Aussie Moist dupe that I found left my hair feeling dry and stripped over time. I didn't realize it because I had my braids in, and it was just a little hard to tell, but once I took my hair down, the damage was already done. I could feel that it was slightly stripping, but I was like, oh, it's just shampoo. Like, it's not that deep. It is that deep, and you really do need a shampoo that is equally clarifying and moisturizing. So I will be looking for that this year. I do have one, but I do have to remember to not use it twice and just use my Suave Peppermint shampoo once. And the shampoo and conditioner I'm talking about is, I believe, Parabella, and it's an avocado shampoo and conditioner. So I knew my hair was protein sensitive, but I started to pay attention to ingredients, specific protein ingredients that my hair didn't like hydrolyzed wheat protein and vegetable protein. So I will also be removing the Afro-G Pro Vitamin leave-in conditioner and just products that have those ingredients that I should steer clear from. So let's talk about hair health and breakage issues. Yeah, I noticed breakage in the back sections of my hair, and I believe that is due to friction of the braids against each other towards the longer pieces of my hair, which is this back area and sort of the middle back area. And I also feel like the braids are rubbing against the nail glue, especially when I braid my hair downwards or I do a ponytail braid. Those pieces are very much so bunched together and rubbing against each other, which I feel caused breakage towards this area. And I could tell that the front pieces of my hair were, even though it's naturally shorter in the front, it was healthier, and I did not have to trim as much in the front. I noticed some noticeable amount of breakage in my last 4-month period of protective styling, and I believe it was due to, I would say, stress, product changes, styling, and then lack of moisture is last. And I saw more single strand knots and breakage while blow drying more than I usually do. Okay, so I wanted to do an overall reflection, just I guess, of how I felt internally, or a heart to heart, and not just about results. This was the easiest year of maintaining my natural hair of my life. It just felt so carefree, And I've never felt more at ease in my life than this year. And I'm talking hair-wise. And I think this was mainly because the mental load of styling was removed, and I no longer had to also think about how beautiful the style was or how I liked it once I installed it. There was a guarantee that my hair would come out well because I already knew how to do my knotless braids, so there was no learning curve that I had to go through this year of learning how to style different styles or whatever. There was no learning curve for styling, and I was able to retain length, so that's a win-win. And I also just felt like it really fit my vibe. To be transparent, towards the end of the year, I started feeling tired of long hair. I was thinking of doing a braided bob, which I would have to figure out how to tuck my hair into because of how long it is. Even now, I feel that way at times where I just want a little bob, but I continue to do it because I've mastered it. It's pretty and it's an easy style to love. And I want to talk about my mindset when it comes to braids. Unlike previous years, I didn't really struggle with feeling inauthentic because I had braids in, or that I'm any less of a natural because I'm wearing braids with extensions or I'm wearing knotless braids. And I'll link that video up there where I kind of get deep about my thoughts around extensions, braids, and why I became a blow dry natural. Yeah, I just used the braids to grow my hair, and I just didn't feel as attached to the situation as if it is my identity in a sense. So at the same time, I started feeling weird this year about my natural hair texture not matching the braiding hair and the boho pieces. I would love to talk more about this in another video, so let me know if you want me to make a video on that. Okay, so let's talk about limited access to my hair. So I would say the only downside with these braids is limited access to my hair, which made it difficult to know when products actually worked with my hair or not, and whether my hair was in a great condition, right? I believed that my hair was doing well, and it was for the most part, but when I did my takedown, I did notice some things, and I'm definitely, like I said, reevaluating products and going back to some staples and, really trying to, I think what I want to do is what I used to do is I'd take out a braid and check on how my hair was doing. I think I'd like to do that every month now. So we'll add that to the 2025 goals. Okay, so let's get into 2025 hair goals. Let's talk about length goals and setting a realistic growth goal. So recently I saw that I'm about 6 inches, give or take, from waist length, which means I'm around like mid back length, around that area. So we passed bra strap and I'm around the mid back length area. I estimate that it would take me about a year and a half to get to waist length. My hair grows about 5 to 6 inches a year, I've estimated, and I trim about a quarter to half an inch 3 times a year. So that leaves me with 4 inches that I would retain annually. So that means my goal is to retain 4 inches this year, and that would be measured with a measuring tape against my shirt to see that progress. Now that I know my hair's growth rate and retention rate, I can set some clear goals. So I hope that helps you as well. And I would definitely start with measuring where you are first and then moving forward from there. If you want to start out with consistency, you can. If you want to start out with, an aspect of your routine that you feel like you work on, I think that's great too. And you can also track your progress with the length t-shirt. So tracking goals. So I'm going to be tracking again with my length check t-shirt, and that's going to happen every 4 months. And I'm also going to be jotting down anything that happens with my hair, any recipes, anything I notice, products I notice that work well, just everything so that I don't forget and that everything is in my journal. So let's talk styling changes. So I'm gonna leave my hair down, right? So that I'm avoiding manipulation and just a lot of styling. So my hair will be down, or I'll also wear my hair in a clip, maybe a ponytail or bun, but not too much braiding my hair downwards or in the back or doing a ponytail braid. I'm also going to install like more boho pieces so I feel more confident wearing my hair down, because sometimes I feel like it gives a scalpy look and then I feel like kind of like an egghead a little bit, and I just love like the chiseled look that I get when I put my hair up and all that stuff. But if I really want this progress, I'm gonna have to, let my hair down more. So I'm gonna like fill up, my hair. I just don't like my hair to be too weighed down. I don't like that look. I like it to be lightweight and free. I'm also gonna try going back to using thick black headbands for bad hair days. I used to do this and I want to go back to doing it as just like a quick fix when I need it. Lastly, I think my hair needs to be damp with a leave-in heat protectant right before I blow dry, because I notice when I put it in and then sleep overnight and do it the next day, my hair is like really dry. It just gets really dried out. So I don't want to use the cold setting, because my hair likes the heat, becomes more malleable, but at the same time it does need to be a little damp before I go in with that with my blow dry. So let's talk products. I'm gonna stick to what I know and not adjust too much. So I'm gonna stick with my Suave peppermint shampoo and maybe try something that is more clarifying, but I'm gonna stick with my Aussie Moist conditioner. I'm gonna stick with my Tresemme conditioner, and I'm gonna stick with my leave-in by Salon Selectives, which is something I tried this year that works really well. I'm gonna use the Palmer's oil grease instead of the Blue Magic grease, because I noticed that my hair was thriving more when I had that grease. I know there's several variables, but I can at least try. And then also, I'm not gonna be greasing my hair once a week anymore. I'm gonna try every 2 weeks or just less often, because I want to try like less greasing. I don't want my hair to be as greasy to maintain the look. Lastly, I'm going to use a spray bottle mixture instead of layering products one by one. I'm just going to put all of them in together, and I'm also going to include MSM because I noticed significant growth at the beginning of the year when I was using it. And as far as my oiling routine, I'm just going to up it up a bit and oil my scalp twice a week instead of once a week. I'm going to continue to use my rosemary oils mixture. I usually just make rosemary oil from rosemary leaves, and then I include castor, olive, avocado, and maybe another oil that I might have. And yeah, I usually include peppermint oil, and that's like my scalp oil because I know those will stimulate blood flow to the scalp. Okay, so I'm doing all of this to keep my look fresher for longer, increase blood flow to the scalp, to save time, because that is needed, and avoid buildup. When I say avoid buildup, I'm talking about on the hair, on the look of the hair. And I want to incorporate clay masks on my takedowns because I feel like at that point my hair needs like a gentle reset, like a clarifying, something that's clarifying and gentle at the same time, so my hair does not get stripped before going into a protective style, because that definitely happened a few weeks ago. And lastly, I will rebraid and retwist my hair interchangeably every 3 weeks instead of 4 weeks. 4 weeks is just a bit too long. So my last goal is going to be a really fun one because I feel like it's a way to romanticize this journey. So like I said in my journal, I'm going to track anything that I do with my hair, just to jot down anything hair related or reflections regarding my hair. And then I'll include an index so I can easily and quickly find the information I need. So this is the part that I'm really looking forward to. I'll include progress photos every 4 months to make growing out my hair more fun and just like a rewarding hobby that I sort of like romanticize. Because honestly, the most frustrating thing is having to go back to old photos and scroll all the way down to years ago just to compare to now to see if you've gained any progress. It's just like, it sucks. It's like going in circles and not really like not having any clarity. So that really sucks. I feel like journaling is definitely going to help a lot with that, like having everything in one place. And oh, I forgot to say, you can definitely do a digital journal. I think I'll also have one as well where I just like jot down notes. So yeah, that is all for this video. 2024 taught me a lot, and I'm excited to enter 2025 with clear and specific goals and a realistic and simple plan to achieve them. So I want to hear from y'all. What are your goals for 2025? Whether it's just for hair, whether it's for health. Y'all know I also talk about my gut health journey a little bit sometimes. So whether it's hair, health, or just like a theme for this year, let me know what that is for you for 2025 in the comments. Also, let me know if you reached your 2024 hair goals, because I had a video challenge and there were so many comments of people joining that challenge. So please comment here if you've reached your hair goals. And if you did it, what could you implement from this video that could help you reach them? Especially those of you who joined my challenge last year. Please like this video if you found it helpful and resonate with my points. And if you like these type of videos, consider subscribing. So yeah, that is all for this video. Y'all know the vibes. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.